Hi guys. So first of all, happy first Advent. I don't know if you celebrate that in your country, but in Germany here it's the first Sunday of the 4 weeks before Christmas, and we celebrate it here with lighting one candle. I don't know in which countries they also celebrate it, so let me know in the comments if you do that in your country or not, or whatever your winter holiday tradition is. So second of all, I wanted to really thank you guys for such positive response on the last video that I made, and you really made me so happy, and your messages really make me smile. Thank you very much for that. And today, as I promised last time, I'm gonna tell you about the last part of self-authoring program, the future authoring. Self-authoring is a program for like self-analysis and planning of your life by B Peterson, and I'm not gonna go into him that much because I know like a lot of people don't like him, a lot of people really love him, so I don't want to bring my own opinion into picture. But the past authoring and the present authoring have really helped me, and I think that they are great tools of self-analysis, and I make videos on both of them. So if you haven't seen them yet, go and see them. Future authoring seems to be the program that everyone is the most excited about, and they have made studies with a lot of students, and it has shown a lot of success in helping those students to not drop out of university and increase their grades and so on and so forth. And in general, it seems to be a very good tool to plan your future. But I'm gonna tell you about my experience with it and why it didn't fit me in the end, although I think that it can be useful to a lot of people. So let's start with just a brief description of me as a person. So I am super organized, and also I am this kind of a person who never starts their new life on Monday or on the new year or whatever. Like if I want to implement a change in my life, I do it straight away, and I somehow never fail. So if I really want to introduce a new habit, I can really do it quite easily, and I follow through with like my decisions without self-sabotage or like hesitating or whatever. And I'm not blowing my own horn here. This is just the way that I am. And I don't do anything specifically to be this way, I'm just this way. So I have tons of self-discipline, and it's not always that good, because you can get stuck in your good routines and you can become really naggy or judgmental of other people, and there are a lot of pitfalls on the way. So although I'm kind of really happy that I am this way, because I have it easier when I have to achieve something, but also there are some downsides to it, as there are downsides to everything in this life. So that being said, I tried to do this future authoring thing, and I actually was really excited about it, because as I said, everyone on the internet seems to be super excited and happy with this program. So I started thinking about it, because I kind of knew what it was about, that you have to like plan your future 3 years ahead, or like 1 year ahead or something like that. So I started thinking about it, what I want from my life and the future, and even before I started, and I was thinking about it a lot. So first of all, it made me realize that I am more grown up than I thought. So like I never thought that I am ready for certain things that I now realize that I'm ready for while I was thinking about it. So well, the lesson that you can learn from here is that sometimes it's useful to just think about the future and think about the things that you generally want from life on a regular basis. Because I was so into law of attraction a couple years ago, and I still kind of believe that if you wanna have something, you have to be very clear about what you want. So I kind of have this habit of like checking in with myself from time to time quite regularly, and like thinking about where I'm going and what I'm doing with my life and what I want my life to look like in the near future. And honestly, it changes all the time. So this is one of the reasons why this program didn't go well with me, or I didn't go well with it. So basically what it offers you, it has two parts, and in the first part you kind of have to make a decision of what kind of character you would like to have, what things you value in other people. So it sort of guides you through your main values in life, and also it asks you questions like if you could have any quality in this world, what would it be? Or if you would be a perfect person, how would you describe yourself, or something like that. So that kind of asks you questions about what you value in life, because some people don't know that. And since I am really into like journaling and self-analysis, and I did a lot of self-analysis before, I didn't really feel like it brought anything new to my life, not in the way that present or past authoring did, because I'm such a huge fan of past authoring. I think everyone has to do that. But here it was just nothing new, because I think about these things all the time anyway. Also, I think that, well, in general, it's really great for people who are not sure about that, and for people who do not self-analyze and overthink things on a regular basis. So if you are kind of lost, or you don't want to face those thoughts because some people are just kind of scared of facing the future, I think it can be really cool as a tool to discover yourself and your values and stuff. And the second part is actually the future authoring. So you have to set 6 goals, and you have to divide them to sub goals, and you have to kind of set a time frame for that. And you also have to write down like a short essay on what you want, how you want to get it, or how you plan to get it, and what kind of strengths and weaknesses you can utilize to get there faster. And I think this is a really cool thing, because it is a lot like this like law of attraction thing, where you write your perfect future down, and then you come back to it a year later and you see that most of it has fulfilled itself. At least this is how this works with me. And as I already said before, I really do that on a regular basis anyway. So I think in general, in the beginning of each year, I kind of set goals and things that I want from this year, and I also analyze the year that has just passed. This is one of the things why I like birthdays and winter holidays so much. It kind of gives you this opportunity to look at your life and at yourself and see like if you like the direction where everything is going. And I'm really lucky because my birthday is in the middle of the summer, so I can do it like every half a year. But I think you can do it every month, but more in a minuscule scale, and just check with the things that you want. But for me, the difficulty here was to invent 6 things that I really want from life, because I kind of feel that it has to be like 6 major things, but most things that I want are not something that I am in control of. So for example, like I want people who I love to be healthy. It's not something that I have control over. I have some shorter period goals, like defending my thesis, but I mean, it's not that it's not gonna happen. As I said, it's gonna happen. You have to like continue and follow through with your work. It's not something that you really strive forward to. Like it's not, I don't know how to explain it. So I didn't find, to be honest, anything in my life that I would really like set my mind onto and work toward it and really devote myself to it. And I really tried to think about it, believe me, but I just couldn't think of one thing. This was the first problem, and the second problem is that it's really time consuming, and I felt that it's really counterproductive, because since I do that all the time anyway, as I said, at the beginning of each year I sit down and I make goals for the year, and I think that my overall goals are less material and more like emotional. So I want to feel a certain way, not to like have certain things, have a certain job, be with a certain person or something like that. So I focus more on the way that I want to feel, And I don't think that this is something that you can really plan for and that you can make steps to achieve. That being said, I think that it's really useful if, for example, you have bad habits that you want to ditch and you have problems with that. I think that it's really good if you're studying and you need motivation to like keep yourself going, or if you just finished studies and you don't know what you want to do with your life. I think that in general it's a really good tool to just think about your life and what you want from it. I couldn't really finish it, as I probably said. I don't think that it makes much sense for me, honestly. I don't think that if you have discipline and you analyze your progress on a regular basis, I don't really think that you need this program if you are like me and do all those things anyway. But I know that a lot of people lack structure in their life, and I know that some people really have problems like planning for their future, and I think that for those people it can really help, especially as I said, if you pay money for it, it kind of motivates you to not like leave it unfinished. At least this is how it works for me. But I think the past and present authoring really were worth much more, at least for me, than I paid for this program anyway. So if you are thinking about it, I really encourage you to go and do it. And that being said, I think that I am on a very good roll of having less structure in my life, which was kind of one of my recent resolutions, because I realized that I tend to get stuck in my routines, and I wanted more spontaneity and more fun in my life. And I think I said it a couple months ago in one of the videos, and I am doing really great in that regard. I think that my life became a bit more hectic and fun, and I think that it's really cool when you just can set a goal for yourself, and even if it's such a strange goal as mine, but still, nevertheless, I think it's really cool when you can see your life change so much just within a couple of months. So I hope that it was at least somewhat informative. I really encourage you to go and think about your future, your past, and check out the videos that I made on this program for the past and the present authoring. And I hope that you're having a really nice beginning of December. Hope you're already in the holiday spirit and mood. And yeah, have a nice day / night, and thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. I will try to make it quite soon. And yeah, be nice humans. Bye.